A Texas dentist shares with Eagle News how COVID-19 damaged his practice, but surprisingly increased profit for his other business. Texas Bureau Chief Jane Kathleen Gregorio has the story.
Thanks, Mike, and howdy to you from the Lone Star State. Today, we focus on the tiny town of Orchard, Texas, population 375, where Ray Midget, a local dentist, and his wife, Gabriella, enjoy the wide open spaces of country living with their dogs, away from the hustle and bustle of Houston, just 1 hour away.
Okay, hi, I'm Ray Midget. I'm a dentist, but I also raise Bichon Frisé puppies. So we were deemed, what is it, that term, where you're not non-essential. So dentists were non-essential, and we were forced to close our offices for 60 days, only to be able to do emergency extractions, but we could not do any of our standard dental care. So I was out of work for 60 days. But luckily, we had these 2 litters of puppies that were born, and I was taking care of them and finding their, happy homes and stuff like that. But it was tough. There's no doubt. I hope they don't do that again. But as they start to shut down things, maybe a little bit more, they could easily drop the hammer on us again and say no more work. But trying to recover from something like that is difficult. It was definitely a strain on our, economy. I want everything to get back to normal. And we have been coping with the COVID pandemic as best we can. We had 2 litters of puppies in the beginning, and we were so worried that people weren't going to be able to afford to get puppies, but they went like hotcakes. Everybody's really been wanting a puppy. It's a comfort thing. So we were able to get through the pandemic real well, and I think getting a new puppy is one of the best ways to do it. It was my mother's breeding service, and she'd been doing it for 20 years in Rockport, but when Hurricane Harvey flushed her out of there, she came to live with us, and then we took over the business after she passed away. So altogether 15 to 20 years, but we've been doing it the last 3 to 4 years ourselves. I helped my mother all the time because she was older, doing her puppy business, but we've lucky enough to be able to inherit it from her. And that was one of her main wishes. What am I going to do with my babies when I'm gone? Will you take care of them for me? And so Gabrielle and I said that we would do it, and we have really enjoyed it. And we get a lot of satisfaction out of finding, happy families for our puppies. And again, we don't sell them to breed or anything like, for a breeder. We're just there to get love and attention is all they're there for. Thor, he's the father of the litter, and this is Maudie, who's the mother. And again, they're both very small Bichons, 5 to 6 pounds. So I expect the puppies to be about the same. And again, we've been slowly trying to get them, to a smaller stage, just make them more lap friendly and things like that. Yeah. We have some other ones that were bigger, but these are some of the most beautiful puppies we've ever had, really. So a little bit needy, and they just need attention a lot. So mainly just giving them a lot of attention and meeting their needs, and doing some training. They're easy to train, like for house training. But that's one of the first things you do is train them to know where they're supposed to go do their business at. And once you got that, then everything else is pretty good. Ours sleep with us, so we don't keep them in a crate or anything like that. They want to be laying right beside us. Usually like them to be laying at our feet, but half the time they end up laying at our head. Because they want to be right there with us. But again, all I can tell you is if you give them a lot of love and attention, they're going to give it back to you probably 10 times more. And that's all they require, love and attention.
Puppies, Bichon Frisé, that my husband and I ended up bringing one home. In fact, this is baby Bechamel. He is a new member of our family. From Corpus Christi, Texas, I'm Jane Kathleen Gregorio, Eagle News. We live in interesting times. Back to you, Mike.